So, well, for the Republican Party, we have some great news because Donald J. Trump has pulled Tulsi Gabbard to help him prep for his first debate. This is actually crazy because we all know the real reason why Kamala, actually, let me check how Biden says it.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president.
That's the wrong clip. That is the wrong clip. To be honest, I can't find any other clips that he always says Miss Harris. Because obviously I would be scared too, saying her name, since everyone's is getting canceled now for saying her name wrong. Anyways, if you guys are new to politics, this is what Tulsi Gabbard did to Kamala, whatever the, I don't know. I seriously don't know. This is what she did in 2020 Democratic election.
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting Black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence.
Which is true. I'll show you that after the video.
Blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response?
The fact that all the things that Kamala was fighting for just switched out of nowhere is crazy.
As the elected Attorney General of California, I did the work of significantly reforming the criminal justice system of a state of 40 million people.
What exactly work are you doing, Kamala? Or Kamala, or I don't know.
Which became a national model for the work that needs to be done. And I am proud of that work. And I am proud of
by persecuting 1,500 people.
Making a decision to not just give fancy speeches or be in a legislative body and give speeches on the floor, but actually doing the work of being in the position to use the power that I had to reform a system that is badly in need of reform. That is why we created initiatives that were about reentering former offenders and getting them counseling.
The bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you were in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And worse yet, in the case of those who were on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
She still hasn't apologized too, which is crazy. All right, here's the video of Kamala with the smoking weed thing.
Kamala Harris's comments from her radio interview with The Breakfast Club are sparking controversy.
Have you ever smoked?
I have.
Okay. Like in
And
college,
I inhaled. I did inhale.
Hypocrite.
A long time ago.
She should be in prison.
Pro-pot stance and admits that she indulged in the substance while in college. Then this exchange happened.
What does Kamala Harris listen to?
What were you listening to when you was high? What was on? What song was it?
Oh my goodness! Oh yeah, definitely Snoop. Tupac for sure.
People quickly jumped on what they saw as a contradiction, given that Tupac and Snoop Dogg were not producing music while she was in college.
Such a liar, bruh.
Harvard University in 1986, and later got her JD from the University of California in 1989. Tupac's debut album, Tupacalypse Now, came out in 1991. His album, Doggy Style, followed a few years later in 1993. So, if you're just listening to this piece on the radio, it sounds like Harris's memory is mixed up.
Yikes.
Or maybe she lied about what her stoner jams were in an attempt to sound cool at a time when more and more Democrats, and even a few Republicans, are on board with legal weed.
See what I mean? She's a suck up. She'll say whatever, that you want her to say. And then when it's time, when she actually wins this whole thing, don't be surprised when she kicks you off the ballot. Like, she don't care about you. Just like all the black votes from last year. Or 4 years ago, actually. Damn, it was fast. 4 years ago. What happened to BLM? Did they defund the police like they told them to? No, they didn't. They all kneeled down on the flag, but nothing happens. Suddenly, the COVID just disappears out of nowhere. So you tell me. She single-handedly demolished Kamala off the stage and basically ruined her chances of being the president. I really wish Tulsi Gabbard was selected as Democrat nominee for president because I would have voted for her immediately. But not gonna lie, this turned out really well because she is now an independent and she is helping Donald J. Trump win the White House back. To be fair, she was the only one who was keeping it real for the Democrat Party. She wasn't scared of going to Fox News, and to help her perspective and show her opinions, she would even acknowledge the good things and the bad things that Trump is doing. This is what the New York Times talked about Donald J. Trump and Tulsi Gabbard teaming up. Miss Gabbard brings some key qualities to the role for Mr. Trump. She is a woman at the moment when Mr. Trump is for a second time facing a woman as his general election rival. She's a former House member, and giving her policy experience, and perhaps most importantly for Mr. Trump, she has been on a debate stage with Miss Harris and delivered a stinging attack against her record as a prosecutor. Miss Gabbard attacks in a 2019 July debate. However, all came from the left. Miss Gabbard said during the debate that Miss Harris, when she was district attorney in San Francisco, put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations, and then laughed about it when she was asked if she would ever smoke marijuana. She also accused Miss Harris of obstructed evidence that could lead an innocent man leave death row, doing so only when a court forced her to, which is crazy. Kamala should be in prison. I mean, she admitted to smoking marijuana, obviously. So, and this is what Trump says about Kamala being a prosecutor. She was a bad prosecutor. She was prosecuted for black people. Trump said in an interview on Fox News, the Ingram Angle, that aired on Monday, she put thousands of black people in jail over marijuana. But when it came to big crime and murders and everything else, she was weak. Yeah, of course, even the Black Lives Matter people like that burnt down the churches. There's no justice. But when it comes to people, you know, it's crazy, man. Like it's so sad. Like a simple, normal, like human being smoking a marijuana would go to jail and get a death row penalty out of nowhere. That's crazy. Anyways, while we are very happy about this news, apparently Gabbard was suddenly added on a TSA suspected terrorist watch list. Of course, right when the election soon is ahead, they started abusing their powers like this. I really believe this something had to do with Kamala. Obviously, I'm not getting into that. I don't want to be attacked for having not enough information about it, so I'll let that one go. Anyways, what do you guys think about Tulsi Gabbard helping Donald Trump? Is this enough for Trump to demolish Kamala? I'll just call her by her real nickname, Kamala. Anyways, thanks for watching. God bless our troops. God bless the USA. God bless you.